for Sports. Salute to New York Knicks Nation. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that like and smash that subscribe button to Born for Sports. Well, let's go, Knicks Nation. We are 48 hours away from the New York Knicks 2025 season tipping off. And I am very excited about this New York Knicks team. Last year, I was excited with the new additions that we got, when we got Towns and Bridges and things like that. I felt like we were good enough to get to that Eastern Conference Finals, and we did. But I want more. I wanted more once we got there, and I want more now. And that's our attitude should be, New York Knicks fans. It is all about a NBA championship this season. No doubt about it. And I don't think there's anybody out there who can say that this New York Knicks team isn't built for an NBA championship. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it better sure mean that we'll be in the mix and compete for one. And I think we will. I think this team is built very good and very solid, and there's going to be some keys that need to be answered and done in order for the Knicks to reach that goal. But I feel like this is a golden opportunity, which I'll get to in a moment, for this New York Knicks team to really put us in a position and become NBA champions for the first time since 1973. It's been a long suffering road, folks, but the New York Knicks are ready for battle, and I can't wait. I am super duper hyped, whatever way you want to call it, for this next season to tip off. And we're 48 hours away, folks, and I got keys to the season. You know, I got 3 big keys to the season for the Knicks to be successful. Obviously, there's changes. There was changes in the coaching staff. Tibbs is out. Mike Brown is in. We revamped the bench. And this Knicks team cannot have a season where they have a trip-up season, or guys are not on the same page, and a down year coming off of where we got last year. This team cannot be satisfied with what they did last season. The front office is damn sure not satisfied, especially after they got rid of Tibbs. So this roster has to play that way as well, and I think they can. I think on paper they are built for it. They are built to win a championship. And I think they'll be ready. But let's get into the keys, man. Number 3 key I have for the New York Knicks this season: the chemistry from a revamped bench. Yes. Listen, we all know, as anybody knows in Knicks Nation, okay, our bench was a weak spot last year. It was the Achilles heel for this New York Knicks team. The Achilles heel, okay? And I look at it on paper, right? We got the additions. We got Jordan Clarkson, a former 6th Man of the Year player when he was in the league early in his career, okay? He's got experience. A guy who has been a gunner in the past, instant offense, just a pain in the ass to guard, and he's on our New York Knicks team, folks. And in the preseason, actually showed some playmaking ability as well, getting teammates involved, something that he showed he has the ability to do, but hasn't been asked to do in the past for teams he's played for, which is good to see. But make no mistake, folks. Make no mistake. He's here to score and be a spark off that bench. And don't be surprised if in certain games he's on the floor with Brunson and friends down the stretch to close games out, because he has that kind of ability to be a factor offensively, to give teams fits. And he's on our New York Knicks team. And let's hope that he does that. Also, Josh Hart. He's clearly going to be coming off the bench this year. And it's going to be important to see if he can build chemistry with that second unit. Because for the Knicks, he's been a starter since he's gotten here. He's been off the bench in the past, but for other teams. But as a New York Knicks, one of my favorite Knicks on the team, I call him our 90s Knicks, who Mr. Do-It-All. He has been a starter, so it is going to be very interesting to see how he gels with chemistry off the bench. As we saw, he volunteered. Just such a selfless player, Josh Hart is. He was a starter, but for the good of the team last year, he actually told Tibbs to make him come off the bench so that way Mitch can start and we could have more balance. It didn't work out at the end of the day, but this year it seems like that is the plan from Mike Brown to have him come off the bench. So his chemistry along with this unit is key. Also, Yabusele, another addition who we got from the Sixers, okay? This guy can score the basketball from the front court. He can score, he can rebound, and bring some toughness. He's got girth and size, but he isn't really that big in height. He's like more of the 6'8", 6'9" realm in the front court, but a tough NBA player, and I really think that he can actually help this team in that second unit, especially in that front court. If Mitch is the starter, I think he's going to be a big factor for this team. Also, Deuce McBride. This is a huge season for Deuce for so many reasons. He's going to have to, he's going into a walk year, first of all, and he's going to have to show that he is ready for the challenge. So all he has to do is keep playing his style, doing his job, scoring the basketball, playing tough, top-notch defense in the wing and the front court, and I think we got something there with Deuce as well. So big year for Deuce, big year for this bench. This is an improved bench that should be better going forward. Number 2, Bridges becoming consistent, reliable option in this offense. Mikal Bridges last year, he had a lot of ups and downs under Tibbs with this offense. This year, Mike Brown's here. He has more of a role, as everyone's been talking about. Everybody was complaining about their roles. They didn't really know it under Tibbs last year. Well, no more excuses, Mikal. I need you consistent. I was very excited he got to this team last year. We all know how much he stepped up in the playoffs, especially on the defensive end. But I think being more of a reliable option in the offense is going to be a real key. And I think Mike Brown focus is going to try to be to unlock him. I really do. I think it can happen. He's got chemistry a year with this group, and I think it can work. Obviously, Mike Brown wants to push the pace more in his offensive system. We'll see if that's better role for Mikal Bridges going forward. And my number one key to this season for this New York Knicks team, players buying in to Mike Brown's system on both ends of the court. Now, listen, we all know, anyone that knows the game knows Mike Brown wants to push that ball. He wants on offense, but he's also had teams become pretty good defensively in the past. When he was in Golden State as an assistant coach, he emphasized defense as well on that side of the court from the coaching staff, and they improve everywhere he's gone. Sacramento, when he won Coach of the Year, they had some improvements on both ends of the court. This New York Knicks team, I think their identity is more going forward since last year is offensively when you got Karl-Anthony Towns, who's maybe the best shooting big man in the game right now. Okay, you got Jalen Brunson, a top 10 player, best point guard in the Eastern Conference. Okay, you got OG Anunoby improving. You got Mikal Bridges, who's capable of scoring. I think our identity is more on offense, but we got to tighten up on defense, folks, and rebounding. And I'm really interested to see if the Knicks, who have this group, has been more about isolation basketball in the past, are they going to buy into the system of pushing the pace? Well, conditioning-wise, Jalen Brunson, he's lost some weight. He looks in tremendously great shape, looks really lean and fit. He looks like he's been prepared to be more of the running offensive system going forward. Karl-Anthony Towns, he lost weight as well, looks more leaner. A lot of these players have really bought in so far. Now, it helps when your two stars are showing the way and showing the conditioning to do that. So let's see if the Knicks going forward, if they can keep that energy and keep going, because best believe this New York Knicks team, okay, if they can become better defensively with the gifts they have on offense, they're going to be a pain in the you-know-what to stop, and ultimately will be in position to reach their goal. And if Mitch Robinson is healthy, because I think he's going to start, and he can give us defensively what he gives us, we all know when it's all about health with Mitch. It's all about health for him. Okay, if we can somehow keep him healthy, you saw what he can do for this team. You saw the effect he had on our team last year when he was healthy for the stretch run in the playoffs. But if we keep him healthy, he can really, really help out the defensive end of things and tighten up there. You push Cat to the 4. Now he's got better matchups for the most part. And, Mitch could clean up a lot of the stuff that goes on there. So let's see if we can do that on both ends of the court. Now, my season prediction, folks, I'm buying in, baby. I'm buying in. I'm really excited about this New York Knicks team, man. As you can see, I predict they will be playing in the NBA Finals this year. Now, first of all, it's a golden opportunity, folks. It's a golden opportunity. Jason Tatum, okay, is injured. He's going to miss the season. Halliburton, the pain in the ass Pacers, he's out for the season. If you look around the Eastern Conference, the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have to say, are the two top teams on paper that have basically the chemistry of the same starting unit and bench together, should be up there going against each other from opening night to the end. So I feel like the Knicks are ready to take that step. I'm not buying into the Cavs. We all know what they do in the playoffs. This New York Knicks team's bench is improved. It was the Achilles heel last year. And I think that this team is going to the finals, folks. It's a golden opportunity. Even if those guys were healthy on Indiana and Boston, I still would feel really good about this team because of the improvement Leon Rose did to the bench. I think this is a golden opportunity in general for the Knicks, okay? You don't sleep on nobody, but they clearly should be, if not the co-favorite, the favorite to go to the NBA Finals, and we'll see what goes on from there. That's going to do it. Knick Nation, salute. Let me know how you feel in the comments about the New York Knicks' chances this season, about how far they'll go, and what do you think is the optimism we should have as Knick Nation? I'm ready, baby. Let's go, baby. Like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go, Knicks.